Here we have a window I did for a folks home retirement community in North Carolina called Snug Harbor on Nelson Bay. This window is done with lead and a little painted work. I'll show you that. Just get rid of that. Let's see. I'll pause it. It's showing that's their logo. Sorry about the glare. But that was done with lead paints and fired in a kiln. So it's permanent. It cannot be removed unless you take the glass out. And moving on. Most of the lead, the thicker lead, was 1/4 inch with some 3/16 in the finer areas. You see 1/4 inch for the most part, and some deep mitering. That's done with a glazing knife, a lead knife. You can use a nipper to cut it down too, but for very deep miters, you want to shave it down, and actually remove the core slightly. And going around the window, showing the boards. These are set up on the cartoon with 1/2 inch lead around the exterior, and again 3/16. See, you got 3/16 around the jewel and the finer areas. The oval, showing the cartoon below. I use aluminum push pins. There's no need for horse nails and any kind of lead support between the nail and the glass if the glass fits perfectly. These templates were cut with lead shears and with a slight tapping of the glazing hammer. You can see above it has the black tip and the yellow plastic tip. The black is more of a rubber and the yellow is a little more aggressive, a little harder tip. Just a very slight tap of the glass to set it into the lead is all you need. And following the cartoon below, you tap it till you see the line. You take the actual push pins, you put it right on the line. There's no pressure on the glass, it's just holding it in place. That's the proper way to do stained glass. You can see here building out the oval and then continuing with the design on the outer edge of the oval. All the mitering done was mostly with the lead nippers, standing the nipper up in a vertical position. Those red handle tools above, and that's the glazing knife to the right. And I'm going to show you the finished window. This was installed in the main lobby area. The window framing was all done with 4x4 posts. It's very rustic looking. I used wrought iron shelf brackets. You could see in the corners. You get you can see it a little bit better here. The shelf bracket was screwed into the 4x4, and then I used a 2x4 for the horizontal areas, and 1/4 round glazing to hold the window in the middle of the 2x4. This window also has two reinforcement bars. You can see the shadowing. They go vertically. This will prevent the window from any buckling down the road. I also cemented the window with the putty glazed cement compound, and which also adds to the strength of the window and tones down the patina. Using 50-50 solder to avoid any hot spots or any kind of seepage in between the lead and the glass that would cause pressure points and will or can make the window crack. Again, the 50-50 is for more of a uniform look, and it holds up better on the lead crown. You can see the bracket down below. You can see the quarter round trim I use because of the shadowing, but it's there. This is a very permanent installation unless you want to remove the screws and take the window out, remove the stops, take the window out. But I was very happy how this came out. The logo was Snug Harbor on Nelson Bay. It's their logo done with the stained glass. We used a compass rose feature around the logo just to add a little bit of interest to the design, and basically that's it was their idea. I like the idea. I also like the idea of using a Victorian style scrolling. It's very appropriate for the decor of the place. There's a lot of old nautical items, hanging up, ship's wheels and portholes and diving helmets and what have you. Actually have an old throttle control for a very large ship, one of those old brass ones. Very pretty. I wish I had more pictures of it, but that's all I got was the stained glass. I might have a picture of it. I'll check it out. But, if you enjoyed my video, stained glass window detail, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more hands-on lead work and tutorials on doing lead. So here, the main reason for this video is to show how, somewhat intricate window, with painted detail and of substantial size. I believe it was 42, 46. I forget the measurement, but it's around 4 foot. And the integrity of the window using 1/4 inch and 3/16 lead. This was also a high tensile lead. It does not bend easily, so that also adds to the integrity of the window. And the 1/2 inch outer perimeter lead is a necessity to frame it correctly. There's going to be little or no expansion on this window, but the vertical rebar, which is 1/2 inch steel rebar, requires a lot of heat to get the solder to hold to it, and you can get tin rebar. It's not necessary. If you regular steel rebar using a very hot iron of substantial size, say a 250 watt iron, holding it on the steel with plenty of flux, you can get a section of solder on that steel where you can attach to the window. You want to do that on the bar laying down on a sturdy bench top. Really solder it with a lot of heat and for some time just to get the solder to stick. And you kind of line it up where you want it on the window, where you intend to attach to the window. Take a little marker and just mark the spots where you want to put that layer of solder. So later on, when you hold the bar up on the window laying flat, you just heat that solder up, and it seeps down gently onto the lead joints. You want to connect it where lead meets lead at a joint, and follow it to the end of the window, preferably on a slight angle point. In the event that it doesn't fit in a fixed opening, you can kind of embed it. In this case, I made the frame, so it would never be an issue. These bars run right to the edge of the lead perimeter. If you have any questions, please ask below. I'll be more than happy to help you out with any that you may have, and hopefully do more of these lead demonstration tutorials. Thank you and have a nice day.